Ladies and gentlemen, what's goody? It's your boy, Co. You can also call me OSK. Either I just go convey the same way. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another one. Yeah, I got on the fighting attire today, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been hearing rumors that the NBA is at its all-time softest, okay? I've been hearing too many people throughout my entire tenure and fandom of being an NBA fan say, oh man, the NBA has gone soft. Players are soft. They've been the softest they've ever been. They'll never survive in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? We in an era of physicality is dead. Most of these players are hurt. Load management, this. Listen. I'm going to put everything to the test today. I'm putting my pride on the line, man. Like I said, I got on the fighting fence today. We are going to be going through star players in the NBA. They titled this tier ranking superstars, but you know, there ain't too many superstars in the league. We're going to go star by star and decipher, do I believe that I would beat them in a physical altercation or a fight? Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Sounds ridiculous, but listen, your boy been in the gym, you know what I'm saying? I've been in the gym. I got the prison fit on. I got the you know what I'm saying? I'm ready, bro. So look, I'm going through. I'm ranking them. I'm gonna quickly go through the tiers, and then, like I said, we'll get into a selection of players. But before we do begin, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave suggestions down below which one to see next. But here is the tier list. Down here at the bottom, we have with no diff. Pretty much clear, saying that the player in question, I would no diff in the fight. I have no problem fading them. I would destroy them. Poses a challenge, like, you know, they'll get a couple good licks in, you know what I'm saying? But if I were to grab them, it would be Boomtown. They would not be making it up. 50-50 could go both ways. It depends, you know, if I got my workout in that day, maybe a little sore, they may catch me on my worst, you know, that could be that. Or, you know, they may have had a bad shooting night and, you know, I catch them lagging mentally, so there's that. Need a weapon, just quite literally would need some assistance to win that fight, but likely will go their way if there was no weapons involved. I stand no chance, like I'm cooked as soon as they get on there, even though I know this title cooked up here. But stand no chance basically means that, you know, as hard as I fight, they're going to best me 100 times out of 100. But cooked, I might die. Okay, so we'll do that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this started without further ado. Alperen Sengun will be the first one. Alperen Sengun is an interesting fella, all right? He's a little bit taller than me, I must say. He plays the center position. A bit undersized for his position, I must say. So, I mean, I guess that's something to take into consideration. This cheese alone, though, Sengun does not intimidate me, not one bit. I think he would pose a challenge, to say the least. I think Sengun would pose a challenge. Yeah, I just don't see a world where I can't best him 75 out of 100 times, but I could be wrong. He is an athlete. But yeah, we're going to put him in pose as a challenge to get started. Something like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Thompson. All right. Now, on the flip of that, we have a need a weapon. All right. Alperen Thompson, we have seen him get into altercations on the court before. That is one grown man I would not want to be on the opposite side of conflict with. I do think that, you know, with the right tools and accessories, I could best him. But if we just going in there squaring up, I think he's going to best me majority of the time. I could get some lucky knockouts in there. I could get, you know what I'm saying? I need to show y'all my fighting stance. Hold on. This me. I'm just going to get lower and just right there. And yeah. Alperen Thompson. Yeah, you got that, bro. You got that. Anthony Davis. Hey, y'all seen that video of Anthony Davis in the locker room? Just look up Anthony Davis, Kentucky locker room. Plus his player health, you know what I'm saying? That is a factor here, like I said. Now he's been, you know, fairly decent with his health recently. I lied. No, he hasn't. But he is an all-time defender. He has the length on me. He's strong. Here's the thing. If AD was any other player with this stature and build and style, and he didn't have that embarrassing moment, I would rank him higher, but I'm gonna be real, I'm catching him lacking. It's cooked for him. It's cooked. AD is not, no. Anthony Edwards, all right, this is a Southern boy, you know what I'm saying? When I say Southern boy, I mean like deep South. That's that Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Play for Georgia. You play for Georgia, you're already, excuse me, like this is, we're looking at George Pickens of the NBA right now, okay? So I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all, brother. Might need a weapon for him too. Might need a weapon for Ant. I wanted to say 50-50 so bad, but like the way Ant carries, you know what I need to factor this in? Off-court personality. Someone who will be quick to say send a video. Nah, you got it, bro. Anthony Edwards would essentially slaughter me, but I would not come unequipped. I know how Ant gets down. I know your type. I know your kind. Let's keep it pushing. Cade Cunningham. Very similar to Ant, not in a sense of where he was brought up. Although he did play hoops down there in Florida. He is currently a Detroit Piston. And Detroit Pistons players, just based off of like when you put on a Detroit Pistons jersey, right? You automatically get Malice at the Palace powers. All of those players are crazy. They've seen some stuff. Just look at what happened to Isaiah Stewart. It's Isaiah Stewart. But we talk about Isaiah Stewart like he is a Draymond Green player. Or even worse than that. Sometimes, nah, you can't get worse than Draymond. But yeah, I mean, but see, Cade, here's the thing. That he does have that Detroit Pistons jersey on. But Cade, I think Cade running from smoke. But I will give him credit for, okay, let me rephrase. It's a 50-50. He's our first 50-50. Because if he did not have that Pistons jersey on, I would say he poses a challenge, maybe even would no diff. But I'm gonna put him 50-50. Chet Holmgren. All right, so Chet Holmgren, like his peers and Anthony Davis, isn't the healthiest, but he's a bit taller. Chet is, he's one of our brothers. Salute. Chet, he's a Thunder player. There's so many things that could go into this. This might be the most difficult one so far because I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like Chet can be as low as poses a challenge, but as high as needs a weapon. Just for the simple fact that he does have that height and length, but he does not have the health. And I'm gonna say I'm 50-50 Chet. I'm gonna say I'm 50-50 Chet for now. He got to show me some more though. Hey, I'm looking at the way he's built. 50-50 Chet. De'Aaron Fox. Okay, so we have a unique challenge this time. Speed is now a factor. I ran a 4.2 in college, bro. Yeah, I did that. And so with someone like De'Aaron Fox, he's probably the only one on this list that can match my speed, honestly. With that being said, I mean, height-wise, he's not too far from me, so that's good. This is my most favorable physical battle thus far. Okay. With that being said, he just has the speed. Yeah, but see, the speed doesn't matter in a one-on-one fight, especially if we're in like a contained setting. I think I know De'Aaron Fox. I'm sorry. I think I know De'Aaron Fox. And then we go back to back with Devin Booker. I think I know Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker stands absolutely no chance against me. I don't know what it is. It might be that slimy little smirk he has there, the haircut. I don't know what it is. And I love Devin Booker's game. He's never been a player that did any wrong to me at all. But I think I easily know Devin Booker. And I would go as far to say he's the only player thus far that I've been this confident in no different. Yeah, I'm no different Devin Booker with no shame. I'm sorry. Donovan Mitchell. All right. So Donovan Mitchell's a unique case because Donovan Mitchell here, not too much taller than me again. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have speed going for him, but he does have like that kind of brolic build for his size. Like, you know what I'm saying? He does have that weight. I feel like if we were in a setting of like grappling one another, there could be a chance that I go down that way. But even then, so in Donovan Mitchell's case, I'm gonna say he might pose a challenge, but he puts no fear in my heart. And he may even move down because there's no scenario in which I'll be scared to fight Donovan Mitchell one-on-one. So we'll do that. Draymond Green. All right, listen here. We ain't going to waste too much time with anybody. Draymond Green, I'm absolutely cooked. There's no scenario in which I would even survive a confrontation with Draymond Green. Draymond Green is the embodiment of we have to jump this guy. Like there is no world and where a Draymond Green fight would even be fair in itself anyways. He is going to beat you by any means necessary. He's gonna instigate the fight. He might sneak you. Like it's just so much that goes wrong. I can't even say need a weapon because he's probably gonna break or eat the weapon. Stand no chance is also too mild considering that it's Draymond Green. This is the first player in Cook. I'm not entirely sure if we'll see another one go into the Cook category, but yeah, Draymond Green, it's over. GG's. Emo, Evan Mobley, teammates of Donovan Mitchell. All right. I'll put him in need of weapon. I don't think we've gotten to stand no chance ranking yet. Emo though, he's a world-renowned defender. So when I think of people who play really good defense, I automatically assume it's going to be very difficult to hurt them. I don't know why I think like that. But yeah, it just seems like since they're in the embodiment of defense, they have built-in armor plates. You know what I'm saying? You got to break through that first level of armor just to get to them physically. So I'm very confident in saying that Emo is probably taking me to Pound Town. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, I stand no chance against Giannis. I'm sorry. Giannis is getting mad over game balls and charging in the locker rooms. Like, as goofy as he is, and it's the goofy ones you gotta look out for. People like Giannis, bro. Giannis is Greek. Giannis is Greek. He has Greek mythology god lore in his body, bro. There is absolutely no shot. He is. If there was ever an embodiment of Zeus on an NBA court, it has to be him anyways. It has to be him. Yeah, no, Giannis would absolutely destroy me. I think he would allow me to survive. So I'm not going to put him in cooked, but there's no shot that I even land a punch on someone like Giannis. And if I do land a punch, it's probably going to aggravate him more and he's going to destroy me. Ja Morant. All right, for obvious reasons, I am absolutely cooked. We do have our second cooked on. First of all, let's go ahead and get into the obvious here. Okay, the elephant in the room. All right, Ja Morant is not going to make it a fair fight. That is Captain Obvious, okay? So we considering fights, we have to consider everything and all the resources available to us. Ja Morant is cooked there. Not only that, he got drafted to Memphis. Now, Memphis. Do y'all know about Memphis, Tennessee? And don't worry, the Ja Morant video is going to be coming, the highlight video of Ja Morant. I'm going to put on my Memphis accent. Ja Morant, he's not even going to slide alone. He might not even get out the car. Yeah, no, I'm cooked. Jalen Brunson, I would know diff. We need a refresher after Ja Morant. Jalen Brunson on the complete opposite side is getting absolutely no diff. And we talked about Devin Booker being someone that I think was the easiest. We have a new contender for easiest no diff. I love Jalen Brunson's game. React to his highlights. He's a crafty player, fun to watch. Jalen Brunson, brother, I'm taking you through the ringer. I'm sorry. You're not even good in WWE 2K. I be dropping elbows on top rope with Tyrese Haliburton, bro. You're cooked. I'm sorry, bro. You shorter than me. Maybe not. But we're there. And when we're there, best believe I'm there. You feel me? You're cooked. J-Dub. J-Dub. I would no diff J-Dub. I'm sorry. J-Dub is getting no diff. There's no world in where you can convince me that J-Dub is beating me in a fight either. Like, when I look at that Thunder locker room, and we got another Thunder player on this list as well, there's one exception on that entire team that I think would probably best me, and it will be Alex Caruso. Maybe Isaiah Harden, but definitely, Lou Dort. Lou Dort taking me there. Yeah, but J-Dub, bro, I'm sorry, you're getting cooked. James Harden. All I gotta do is call Ron Artest. I'm not scared of James Harden at all. But now, he does have the weight. Actually, yeah, he is. Or at least he used to. But I think there's a sense of like will to fight. He won't go down too easily. And it's not even like because of him as a person. I just think that it's something about James Harden, that beard. And that's another thing. He has a level of protection at the face. You can't hit him with no uppercuts. You're cooked. So for that alone, I gotta put him at pose of challenge. Jaylen Brown. All right. And we got Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum together. So we're gonna kind of do them in a combo package. Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I think Jaylen Brown poses a challenge. I think Jayson Tatum is no different. They call me crazy. I think that's perfect, actually. Jaylen Brown, it seems as if he does have that raw strength and that fight or flight in him. I may be cooked, you know what I'm saying? But not cooked in the sense of like he's going to win, but cooked in the sense of like, oh my goodness, I'm actually still fighting this guy. He's lasting longer than 60 seconds. Jayson Tatum, bro, I think I could poke him in his right ear and he is going to fold under pressure. So respectfully, I think Jayson Tatum's going to go in no diff, but Jaylen Brown posts a challenge. Jimmy Butler. We got ourselves another stand no chance here, all right? Yeah, I'm putting him above these three. Jimmy Butler. What I saw from that man in the 2020 NBA Finals, Game 5 to be exact, no. That's the thing about Jimmy. I stand no chance simply because Jimmy's going to want to fight all day. Jimmy is going to be that guy that, like, no matter what happens, this is how I see a fight between me and Jimmy playing out. I'm just getting at him, do, left, right, jabs, all sorts of stuff. I walk away because I think I'm done. And Jimmy's like, nah, we ain't done. He not even on the ground saying, nah, we ain't done. He's standing up, complete posture, and low-key clean. I'm like, okay, we got to do this again. Another fight. Do. Walk away. Here comes Jimmy. Brother, and nobody called it. We're still not done. I ain't said I'm done. So it's the third go around. I'm getting a little bit tired. Do. This whole cycle repeats for about 5 or 6 times. Until the sixth one, I'm just like, Jimmy, please. All right. Well, let's call it L. I'll even say I lost if that helps you sleep. Jimmy's gonna say no. We're gonna run it again. He's gonna best me on that 7th round. Yep. That's exactly how it's gonna go. So yeah, I stand no chance. Joel Embiid. Injury, man. Injury. I think he posed a challenge though because of his sheer size and his stature and everything. Actually, no. The more I think about it, there's no reason why he would even get no gift, honestly. So I'm putting him up there and pose a challenge because there's no world in which I could, like, you know what I'm saying, outright just knock him out clean and call it a day. Unless, like, that's the day his face decides to be brittle and now he's missing 16 to 18 weeks. But outside of that, I think he posed a challenge. Karl Anthony-Towns, absolutely no diff. I don't care about how tall you are. Cat is getting absolutely destroyed if we get into a physical altercation. Karl Anthony-Towns, what? Come on now. Your name is Cat, bro. Your name is Cat. Let's be for real here. You do not stand a chance against me, brother. I'm sorry. I know Diff Cat. Kawhi Leonard, I know he is the grave exception to health. I am absolutely cooked. It is something about Kawhi Leonard. Have you seen the size of his hands? Like, have we acknowledged that this man has hands the size of football fields? You could literally run full 40-yard dashes back forth on Kawhi Leonard's palm of his hands. I am cooked. One slap from Kawhi Leonard, your face is turning around opposite way. He has that LA, California in him, bro. Absolutely not. Kevin Durant. We clown Kevin Durant for his toxicityness, whatever, his attitude, his unwillingness to change. We call him a coward, we call him a snake. One thing about Kevin Durant, we have to acknowledge is he just does that. He doesn't back down. He may have ran to the Warriors, so we call it. He is literally arguing with grown men on X. KD is not afraid of smoke. We have to acknowledge that. He may be running from the grind in a sense of play, but KD ain't afraid of confrontation. With that being said, he is a slim reaper for a reason. I think this is a 50-50. I think his length is what's going to get him close to diffing me. But ultimately, I think we kind of split that down the middle. I don't think he bests me a majority of the time, and I don't think I best him a majority of the time. You just got to catch him on a good day. A good shooting night, Kevin Durant's probably taking me through the ringer. If I catch him lacking and he ain't have a good game, he's cooked. Kyrie Irving. I'm no different Kyrie Irving, bro. Bro. What are we talking about? Kyrie is getting no diffs. I am destroying him. And size is a factor, yes. But Kyrie's probably not even going to want to fight. Kyrie's probably going to play peacemaker. Let's be real. Like Kyrie is probably going to be playing peacemaker. Don't want to fight. Nah, bro, you getting his fade. You're cooked. LaMelo Ball. Something about them Ball brothers, man. Now I will say, of all the Ball brothers, no. I was gonna sit here and tell y'all a lot. I was gonna say he'd probably be the one that gives me most of the challenge. I think that's Lonzo. I'll probably put Lonzo and pose the challenge. LaMelo is getting no diff though, bro. I just can't. There are some people I cannot be afraid of, and I think he's one of them. So I'm sorry, you're getting no diff. LaMelo, LeBron, Raymond James. All right, I glaze LeBron to eternity. Y'all know that, and it's not gonna stop. But this time I'm doing a little different. I know diff LeBron. LeBron will let me win. Yeah. LeBron will let me win. He has the competitive edge, he does. And, you know, that's why he's a 4-time NBA champion, 4-time MVP, 4-time finals MVP. Now, come on, what are we talking about? Leader in points, blah, blah, blah. LeBron doesn't need to win a petty fight. LeBron doesn't need to win a petty fight, bro. What would that do for him? I am no diffing LeBron because Glorious King don't want to fight. Simply. All due respect to him, but like, yeah, bro, I'm taking LeBron to the ringer, but not because, listen, if the fight was for an NBA championship, I'm cooked. But this is purely we in the streets, catch somebody lacking. LeBron's getting no dick because he's not going to fight me. Cry me a river. Luka Doncic. All right. Hey, Luka be talking. Now, he did just slim down, so I think that kind of hurts him a little bit. I would say this would have been a 50-50 a few months ago, but I think he posed a challenge. You know, he done got a little slim and lost a little bit of that weight. Yeah, there's no world where I think Luka bests me, but he does pose a challenge. I think he's gonna make it difficult. If he doesn't have a if he doesn't have a motivating factor behind him, like a hookah or some beer, yeah, I think Luka might take that L. Nikola Jokic, brother, I am cooked. You see what he did to the Morris twin? Excuse me. Brother, if there's anybody that's this passionate about horseback riding and horse races and stuff in general, he's from Serbia. What are we talking about? Jokic no diffs me completely, bro. He has the length, he has the size, he's chunky. Brother might be able to grab me one hand and slam me. I did not put it past Jokic. He can grab me with one hand and slam me, and I'm cooked. Paolo Banchero. Oddly enough, I think with Paolo, I need a weapon. I think he actually does give me the best of both times. 2 out of 3, he's gonna take 2 of them. It's just in his nature to probably win that fade, and I think he's growing into that. All right, I think rookie Paolo probably not. It's 50-50, maybe even just poses a challenge, but I gotta give Paolo credit. I think Paolo has all the respect for me when it comes to a basketball player, but it's just something about him. You know, you showing up the NASCAR races out here. And I think Paolo, I think I need a weapon. Paul George is getting no diff. Brother. I'm sorry. Paul George doesn't have the attitude and the mindset to beat me in the fade. You know what I'm saying? Paul George is gonna be the guy that you knock him upside his head a couple times and he's saying that's a bad punch. Brother, you're on the ground leaking. We're not doing that. Scottie Barnes got that strength, if you know what I'm saying, that strength. Certain people got that strength, bro. I'm going 50-50. He's too goofy for me to think that I need a weapon, because he'll probably trip and fall in the midst of the fight. But I think if he doesn't trip and fall, it could go his way. I'm just betting on him to do something kind of idiotic, and we're good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I know diff Shai. I'm pretty confident in that too. I don't think Shai would pose a challenge. I think you'd go into the fight assuming that Shai would pose a challenge, and he just wouldn't. Like, you would be like, okay, he has the length, he has the movements, he could probably weave, and you're gonna get there, he's just gonna try to aura farm. Wardell Stephanius Curry the third. Yeah, no, I put him in a headlock, buddy. I'm sorry. Steph, you're cooked. I bumped Steph up one. It's something about him. I just think Steph has that fight or flight in him. And I think fight or flight will take you there. And fight or flight will take you there. I think Steph has fight or flight, and I think he could definitely one up. I do. It's something about him. I can't quite put my tongue on it, but it's something about him. He's the embodiment of like a hard fighter. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why he would pose a challenge to me. I don't think he'd win, but he would just not give up. But Trae Young, on the other hand, is absolutely getting no diff. Trae Young, thus far, is the easiest no diff. And based on the slate ahead of us, it's gonna stay that way. Trae Young, as a matter of fact, there we go. All right, Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton, you are also getting no diff. And I know I don't usually do this in order. I'm just putting you above slightly Jalen Brunson. Nobody else is in order, but I have to have Tyrese above Jalen Brunson because I think Tyrese would best Jalen Brunson. That's the only thing. Everybody else, I don't even care. But specifically those two, I think that there's a difference. I think Tyrese, and only because of 2K and what I be doing to Jalen Brunson with Tyrese Haliburton on WWE 2K. Yeah, I think that's that. I gotta start a faction. It's gonna be the big three. It's gonna be, and somebody's probably already done this, but it's gonna be Tyrese Haliburton, Jalen Brunson, and Shaq. They're gonna take over the WWE world. Nonetheless, though, yeah, I'm gonna put him in with no diff. Victor Wembanyama. I think demeanor-wise and play-wise, all that good stuff, I think he's in need of a weapon, as crazy as it may sound. Like, I would probably say it's probably best to put him in stand no chance. You got to take into consideration health. And the type of person that Victor is, I don't think he would essentially, like, flat out, like, incapacitate me. But I think that I would need a weapon to take him down because he's so tall and so late. Tyrese Maxey, no diff. No diff. I would no diff him. Zion Williamson would eat me, bro. I know, again, health is a factor. Zion would destroy me. Zion is up there with Giannis and Jimmy in a fight. Bro, what? What? Do y'all see how this man is built? There's no shot. I'm confident 95% when you talk about pure fade for fade, it's just something about Zion where, bro, and Zion probably wouldn't even throw the punches. He would actually probably outmaneuver you and grapple you and take you down that way. Zion would destroy 95% of the NBA if it came down to fight or flight. Probably even 97% realistically. The 3% discrepancy of the people above him. Yeah, no, I stand no chance against Zion, bro. Chris Paul. Here's the thing. We're talking about smarts and brain. Like, Chris Paul, stature-wise, is definitely a guy that I think would get no diff or pose a challenge, but Chris Paul might cheat. I'm putting him at 50-50. I'm putting him at 50-50. I think so. Russell Westbrook, I need a weapon. Russell Westbrook got that bad kid, Black Force energy fighting style. I can already tell. He just squares up on everybody. He's not afraid of conflict. He's aggressive. There's no 50-50 here. It is outbalanced by Westbrook. I would just have to get lucky. I'll have to bring a strap, something. But there's absolutely no shot in a one-on-one setting I'm besting him. Franz Wagner. Nice to see you on this list, buddy. I think I know diff Franz, though. I think I know diff Franz easily. Okay, I don't... Like, Franz just seemed like the type that would... Like, you would hit Franz and he's folding. He just is. He doesn't want to fight. I already know. He down there in Orlando, which, now that I think about it, Orlando should knock your stock because you got that Disney in you. You got that Mickey Mouse in you. You know what I'm saying? It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. So I gotta diff him for that. Dame posed a challenge. He don't run from the ground. And they got V-Dame, but you gotta give Dame credit where credit is due. He's a fighter. He's a fighter. He seems like a humble fighter, though. Dame's like the type that when you squaring up, he's gonna dap you up beforehand, let you know that's all love. I'm gonna win, and then afterwards we're gonna dap each other up again and go our separate ways. But he would go down swinging. And then last but not least, minus Sabonis. All right, it's a tricky one again. I think size-wise, he's a big guy, but I can't put him too much higher than Chet. I also think he wouldn't want to fight, but Sabonis, yeah, I gotta put him 50-50. I think it's just something about him, that stature, that length. Yeah, it will be a really good fight. It'll be a really good fight. I think so long as I'm hitting them with the low blows, I think I'm in a good place. All right, let me see if I got this right. Ooh, my ear. And I will let you all know here in a second if I change it. No, that is the list. I am very confident in this. These are the NBA players that I would win or lose at in a fight. Essentially, from weapon above is a loss for me. 50-50 is kind of in the middle. Pose a challenge and down would essentially be a win for me. Yeah, these four right here are absolutely destroying me. I would probably lose my life. Giannis, Jimmy, and Zion would definitely spare me. These guys, it would be tough, but most likely not, they would win. This is down the middle right here. We're going to the final round, and everything else is just a nail. Except for my glorious king LeBron, bro. He could be in any of these tiers, or any of these rankings, but I'm gonna keep him down here at no dip because he was simply let me win. But that would absolutely do it for me today. Thank y'all so much. If y'all enjoy content like this, please give it a likes, man. We are on our way also to 250 subs, so make sure to press that subscription button, subscribe, and press the bell notification. But that'll do it for me. Y'all, it's been an absolute pleasure. I love each and every one of you all. Without further ado, don't let anyone discourage you from greatness. My name is Oh So Co.
And we are Oh So Out.